Hello ladies and gentlemen, are you wondering what's the best profit-generating business in GTA Online? Well, we all know that the Cayo Perico heist is the most profitable heist. It's very easy and it can be completed in 30 minutes. Except if you are job warping. After completing the heist there is a cooldown of at least 48 minutes. Doing the prep missions and the heist finale is actual work. With that being said, 30 minutes of Cayo Perico work will generate you at least 1.3 million. Which is great. But let's see if there's something better. Special cargo requires a lot of investment in it. But you will make more money than Cayo Perico. Guaranteed. You can buy warehouses from your CEO office. Let's compare the Cayo heist with one large warehouse and let's examine the worst and the best case scenario possible. Let's start with the worst scenario possible. No sourcing at all. Simply assigning the warehouse assistant every 48 minutes. So, one large warehouse fits 111 crates, and paying the assistant 111 times the amount of 7,500 equals 832,500 GTA money. And it will sell for 2,220,000, and if you sell in an invite-only session you will win only 1,387,500. Assigning the assistant will cost at least 20 seconds, but this is not accurate, and for a better evaluation let's see how much time is needed if you have to visit 5 different assistants.
Sure.
I have set last location as spawn location. All my warehouses are located close to each other. But this is my second character. Let me show the locations on my other character. And here are the locations. Now let's see how much time is needed for each character. 2 minutes and 58 seconds, that would be like 43 seconds per assistant, and then 3 minutes and 35 seconds for my main character, and that would be like 67 seconds per assistant. Let's say that it costs 1 minute on an average per assistant. So, assigning the assistant 111 times, that would be 111 minutes, and that equals to 1 hour and 51 minutes of actual work. But then you will have to complete the sell mission, and because we are examining the worst case scenario, that would be the 3 brickades. 5 drops each. 15 drops in total. Solo in an invite-only session. Let's say around 13 minutes to deliver all 3 brickades. So, in conclusion, you win 1.4 million for at least 2 hours of actual work and a wait time of at least 88 hours. That equals to 3.7 days. This is the worst case scenario, and honestly it's pretty bad because 2 hours of Cayo Perico would be like 5 million. Now, to say the truth, the worst scenario possible would be if your product somehow gets destroyed, but let's continue anyway. Now let's examine the best scenario ever. One large warehouse fits 111 crates, and let's say that the assistant spawn 3 crates every time. So, 111 divided 3 times equals 37. That means assigning the assistant 37 times. At least 1 minute per time, that means 37 minutes of actual work and 36 hours of wait time, and that is because you can source yourself the last 3 crates and it can be done in less than 6 minutes. And if you get a time-consuming source mission, then you can change session and immediately start another source mission. There is no cooldown time. You will simply lose the 18,000 you initially paid. Now paying the assistant 7,500 for 37 times equals 277,500 GTA money, and it sells for 2,220,000. Now if you sell it in an invite-only session you will win 1,942,500 GTA money. But we are examining the best case scenario, so let's say that you are selling in a full public lobby, which it could be a risk because you never know what is going to happen, and it can happen really fast.
You son of a...
But let's say that you are in a crew lobby or in good sport lobby, and that means 2% bonus money for each player in the lobby. So if you are selling and 25 other people are in the lobby, you will get 50% bonus. And if there are 29 other players, you will still only get a 50% bonus. And with that being said, 1,942,500 plus 50%, that means plus 1,110,000, and that is 3,052,500 of pure profit. Finally, you will be selling with the tugboat that will cost another 4 minutes of actual work, and that means at least 40 minutes of actual work and at least 36 hours of wait time. And this is what we want. Less work, more money. Even if you choose to sell in an invite-only session, you will get 1,942,500 of pure profit for only 40 minutes of actual work, which is better than the Cayo Perico heist, because doing 40 minutes Cayo Perico, that would mean 1.3 million. But wait, this is still not the best scenario ever. Let's make it a triple money event, and you will literally forget Cayo Perico, El Rubio and his panther. Okay. But now let's make it a little more realistic and stay somewhere between the best and the worst scenario. Let's say that the assistant spawns 2 crates every time. So 111 divided in half equals 55.5. That means assigning the assistant at least 55 times. That would be at least 55 minutes of actual work, and then let's add another 10 minutes for the cell mission. And the 54 hours of wait time. Then paying the assistant 55 times 7,500, that is 416,250 GTA money to fill up the warehouse with crates. 111 crates will sell for 2,220,000. So 1,803,750 GTA money of pure profit. Which is not as good as the Cayo Perico heist. But if we add the high demand bonus, we will get 2,900,000 GTA money of pure profit for around 60 minutes of actual work, which is better than doing Cayo Perico. Because 60 minutes of Cayo would be at least 2.6 million. And I am not even mentioning a money event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see how much work it would be if you source all the crates yourself and additionally assigning the assistant.
How you doing? Yeah. Later.
But first let me tell you that there is a cooldown of 5 minutes before being able to source again for the same warehouse, but if you will be sourcing for more than one warehouse, that would be no problem. But let's examine only the best case scenario. And of course, if you get a time-consuming source mission, you can change session. There's no cooldown after. But you lose your initial money. So sourcing 1 crate will cost 2,000. Multiplied by 111 times, that will cost 222,000 to fill up a large warehouse. But completing 1 source mission might take up to 5 minutes or more. So 111 times multiplied by 5 minutes, that equals 555 minutes to completely fill up 1 large warehouse. That is more than 9 hours of actual work. For a profit of 1,998,000 if you sell in an invite-only session. Sourcing 2 crates will cost 8,000, but that means completing only 56 source missions. 56 multiplied by 8,000 equals 448,000 to fill up a large warehouse. Now 56 multiplied by 5 minutes equals 280 minutes, or 4 hours and 40 minutes of actual work, for a profit of 1,722,000 if you sell in an invite-only session. Sourcing 3 crates will cost 18,000, but that means completing only 37 source missions. So 37 multiplied by 18,000 equals 666,000. For 111 crates. Now 37 multiplied by 5 minutes equals 185 minutes or 3 hours and 5 minutes. At least. To fill up a large warehouse. For a profit of 1,554,000 if you sell in an invite-only session. But if you are selling in a full public lobby, that would be 2,664,000 for at least 3 hours of actual work. In those 3 hours the assistant will have sourced up to 9 crates. Which is not that much. Anyway. The Cayo Perico heist. In this case is still much better. Because 3 hours of Cayo Perico would mean at least 7.8 millions of pure profit. In conclusion, the special cargo requires a lot of investment in it. But it is also the best profit-generating business. Therefore buy as many large warehouses as you can. And you can only own 5 warehouses per character. That means that you can create a second character and buy 5 warehouses more. Both of your characters share the same bank account. Simply assign the assistants every time to source crates, and once all of your warehouses are completely filled up, simply wait for a money event. Selling 10 large warehouses by yourself will cost you around 1.5 hours. Assigning the assistant, let's say 60 times, will cost 60 minutes per warehouse or 600 minutes for 10 large warehouses, and that is 10 hours. In total it would be 11.5 hours. Now paying the assistant 60 times 7,500 equals 450,000 for filling up 1 large warehouse. For 10 large warehouses that would be 4.5 millions. And finally, if you sell in an invite-only session, that means around 18 millions of pure profit in 11.5 hours of actual work. But 11.5 hours of Cayo Perico would be like at least 30 millions. But if you sell in a full public lobby, that would be another 15 millions from the high demand bonus. That would be around 33 millions of pure profit in 11.5 hours. And now we are talking. But the thing is that it can get even better, because if you sell on a double money event in full public lobby, that will change to 55 millions of pure profit for 11.5 hours of actual work. And this, ladies and gentlemen, will make you forget Cayo Perico. Now let's see real quickly how much will cost you if you want to buy 5 large warehouses and if there are any other requirements. First, you will have to buy 1 CEO office. You can buy the cheapest one for 1 million, but if you have the Criminal Enterprises starter pack, you can buy one for free. Then you can choose between 8 large warehouses and you can own only 5. Let's see now how much will cost the 5 cheapest warehouses. 1.9 millions for the wholesale furniture warehouse. 2,135,000 for the West Vinewood warehouse. 2,365,000 for the Zero warehouse. 2.6 millions for the logistics warehouse. 2,825,000 for the Bill Gecko warehouse. That is a total of 12,825,000 for 1 CEO office and the 5 cheapest large warehouses. And I don't recommend buying the West Vinewood, the Darnell Bros and the Bill Gecko warehouse. For 2 main reasons. They are pretty distanced. And on those locations are often other players nearby who might go and destroy the product. Let me say this real quickly. The West Vinewood warehouse and the Darnell Bros warehouse will spawn your delivery vehicles right in the middle of the street. Furthermore, I already presume that you own at least the Oppressor MK2. If you create a second character, you will have to buy it again. Luckily you can buy it without owning the terabyte, but if you want to upgrade your Oppressor Mk2 you will have to own a terabyte with a specialized vehicle workshop, but know that you cannot buy a terabyte without owning a nightclub. One last thing. Optionally you can upgrade your delivery vehicles. Delivery truck, delivery planes, and delivery boat. That is all. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, or night.